Alright, this is Calibos, and this is Enigmatica 2. So, I have to admit, I have completely forgotten what the plan was, but I think it had something to do with thermal foundation. So, oh yeah, I'm in here because we were waiting for this. So while I was waiting for this, I thought, man, I should just make the quantum link chamber. And, the quantum link chamber, of course, if we get to this part of it, requires ender pearls. Guess how many ender pearls I have? That number is exactly 0. So, yeah, super useful. But I have a plan for that. So to progress, the plan is basically to, let me pop this in and out so that it does the thing. What is that? I don't remember what that does, but I'm sure it does something great. Something great. I've also adjusted this slightly so that I can just start stuff off. For example, let's see. Or, I don't know, what do we have a lot of? Let's sort it by number of items. We have a metric ton. Oh, we need to cook down some more redstone. So let's, oops, that is the one annoying thing about doing it this way. So we'll just do this, redstone. Yay, redstone. See, we're not especially concerned about, so if we, 12, just make sure that we get something suitably great. Sag mill, we should get 8 and 7. Well, you know, I'm not really worried about it. Oh, it's giving us silicon too? That's super handy. So what I've done with the servos here is I've blacklisted flint. So flint should stay in the machine and should pull to the side. Everything else is clearly attempting to empty. I may need to actually upgrade that. Do we have any Invar? Invar. No. Could we make some Invar? I'm sure that we could. So what if we got nickel? 1, 2, 3. And then some iron. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like so. And then we did this. Boom. Invar. Then I think we can grab a wrench and pop that out. So we do this and that and that. And now we're going to need another piece of flint. We do that. Put flint in the blacklist. And now we may simply need to make a faster one because that is helping but not helping enough. So that will speed it up. Because it's pushing and the pipe is pulling. Anyway, so let's go into thermal expansion. And thermal expansion is actually going to be, was it thermal expansion that I wanted? I don't think it was thermal expansion actually. There's a mod that I really need to do. This one. We need to do industrial foregoing, not only because we've started it, but because it's really going to make life easier. So we're going to make the mob slaughter factory, and then we're going to progress from there. So the idea is the mob slaughter factory. Why did it not let me go to that? There we go. Mob slaughter factory we'll use at a mob farm, of course, and not like a hostile mob farm, but, you know, pigs and sheep and cows and stuff. So the other thing that we're going to want is a rancher. So we're going to go raid the plastic farm really quick. Honestly, I'll probably make a second plastic farm because it doesn't really hurt. That was not what I was wanting to do. Oh, tree. So let's see how this is doing. This is never going to run out, I swear. If I were me, where did I put the... Did I not put it out here? Oh my gosh, I was standing right next to it and I just could not see it. Oh, I'm amazing. Amazing. So let's chuck that all in there. Alright, so the next step is... So we want some more wood. Now we're probably going to be using a lot of this, and we have many thousands of wood out there, so I'm just going to grab a couple of random things, and we're all going to put it in here, and it'll keep going, because yay. So, hopefully, yeah, that's almost done. We're not going to need too much of this stuff right off the bat. So we're just going to take this, pop it in our handy dandy thing. It's going to cook. Plastic sheets. Oh my gosh, that is super annoying. I don't know why it does that now. It didn't used to. For NEI, it didn't used to do that. So industrial foregoing. So we actually want a... I think it's this one. Okay, certainly we want one of these. So what the animal rancher is going to do for us, there it is. So we need 2 gold gears. Is it will breed animals for us. Animal rancher. This one. So that gives us the animal rancher. So one of the things that we're going to do is, I think we have a piece of grass. A piece of grass. We only need the one. Dirt. And I think that we had a watering can? Nope, no watering can. This one. This random bat. I do not know why there's a bat here. Yeah, we'll do it in this one. It's raining out there in the void. Isn't that creepy? Did I bring my wand? I did not. Remember, don't use that. It ruins games. No, it doesn't. I was thinking the other thing. down. So this is roofed force, so we should have normal animal spawns here. I'm really hoping that we do not get a sheep that eats the grass before it spreads. I've actually had that happen. It's super annoying. So I was hoping for a watering can. So at this point, I've actually recorded a bit ahead. I found that it makes it easier for me to do the recordings. So I noticed that some other YouTubers are recording in advance as well. And so I thought, that seems like an interesting idea. I'll try it. I think I'd played with the idea a bit before, but I hadn't really figured out all the benefits that it could give me. So this is because I want the grass to spread down here. We actually want to have a couple of layers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is too high. Or too low. Oh well, whatever. We'll just make more if we have to. I was hoping to get like 3 different layers off of it, but I guess I'll just stick with 2. So one of the reasons that I'm doing this, not simply because I want grass everywhere for extra mob spawns, but if I need to, I'll be able to begin doing stuff in the floor without having to move everything and break my setup. And I will probably start to do that because I was in the home cube, the one with the main AE2 system. I was thinking about doing some stuff. Oh, good, it's spreading. It's roof forced and it's raining, so I don't know if you can hear the rain in the background, but what that means is the grass is going to spread faster here because it's a watery environment. It's a little silly if you ask me, but whatever. So let's set up power, and I'm probably going to set it up in the same way I did for the thermal expansion one. So for the moment, we'll set, this one as home. So do we have prismarines? Prismarine. We have plenty of prismarine. So, redstone and silicon, that's cool. And we're almost there, eventually. So, flux ducts. Let's... Alright. So I don't know how much power we're going to be using. Let's see what the quest book says for plant sower, laser base, material stoneworks, fluid crafter, mob imprisonment tool, which I think that actually requires an ender pearl as well. So we may have some problems with that. So that gives us the mob slaughter factory. Now we need some tanks and drums. So drums, we'll save that one for later. That one's important. Okay, so we want a duct. I think fluiduct. So servo. Fluiduct opaque, because they're cool. Do I have the hammer? Plastic. Let's see. The wrench in this one is called... this can go away. Probably won't need that one for the moment. What is it called? Foregoing. Crescent. Weird. So I know there's a wrench or a hammer in this one, but I do not remember what it's called. Oh, they require gas tiers. I don't actually have any of those either. So that's fun. So let's put this one facing this way. We want it to show the working area. That is the working area. That's very small, actually. Then we're going to have an animal rancher. So the idea is I'm going to put the animal rancher over here. Again, we're going to excitedly have it face this way. So we will expand the areas on these, and they do need power. And here's my plan for the power. I know you're surprised, right? Oh, I guess I did need that. Oh, wait. Yeah. Who barely remembered that? So we'll pop these all in here. I think we only need one. Okay, pop these in here. We'll set this to output. That should now charge both of these. I think we'll actually move it forward. No, I did that. So if we place it there instead. Now we can work behind it if we need to. And that should keep the animals from eating all the grass, because they won't be able to get anything under the power cables. So now we need to get some upgrades made. And hopefully this means that mobs will spawn while we're entertaining ourselves. So this collects fluid. No, doesn't collect fluid. Maybe these are batteries. Liquid meat and then whatever. So if we drop that there and that there, we should be able to do this. Drop a servo on it. Tell it to be active. And now when a mob happens to wander in front of it, I don't know why I jumped off instead of just doing this. Let's Alright. So now when a mob happens to walk in front of it, I still don't know where I'm going apparently. We can we want to contain the disaster to here. Okay, good. We can just walk across. Wonder what the Animal Rancher outputs. Milk, of course it does. Maybe it's the breeder that I'm thinking of. Animal breeder. Let's make one of these. Wow, it requires golden carrots and some gears and stuff. Feeder. That's okay. I'm pretty sure we'll manage. Iron gear. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, iron gear set. So now we need some purple dye. Purple. Looks like we need some more. So let's leave this one and check here. My apologies. I think we've got some grapes out here. And I don't think I'm going to get as far as I would like. Okay, cake. Really? So I've been waiting for these to grow up, but because I'm never around, they just aren't. Immersive engineering. So we finished this one. Did we never make the garden cloche? So let's actually take these. I forgot you were down here. So maybe what we need to do is make a garden cloche for ender pearls, among other things. It won't solve the problem now. I'll go ahead and take care of that next episode in case there's any steps that you guys want to see. And then we'll go back to doing this. Once we have an ender pearl, it's going to be a lot easier to I shouldn't have done that. I should have taken us into this. It'll be a lot easier to get the pink slime because we'll be able to make a mob capture net and just make mobs in here. We'll also make a couple of things that aren't listed in the setup here. So like I would did everybody else just see that? Well, there we go. So you've seen it work, everybody. You just saw it. It just spawned in out of nowhere and just died. Go us. Yeah, I don't know, but it works. So I guess we will catch this in the next episode, where we expand and, you know, basically improve our setup here. I have kind of a plan for it, so it's not like I'm just like shooting in the blue, but you'll see as it goes. All right, thanks for coming. If you liked it, leave a like. If you don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. Have a good night.